With all the craziness that's going on in Washington, D.C., sometimes good things happen when these swamp creatures drop the ball. And as things are currently constituted, ATF funding is set to expire on March 8th. And that's a good thing. Although I'm sure they'll change that. But something else historic happened today, and I want to tell you all about it. But if you don't have a Make Tar and Feathers Great Again shirt, are you really telling politicians and telling America what you think? TriStar Trading's where you can find it, guys and gals. Great shirt. Tons of great shirts. The watch list shirt, all of the Guns and Gadgets shirts. They're all there. Patches, stickers. Check them out. Links are down below. Plus, this morning I told you about the Woobie Blankets in woodland camo, in tiger stripe. Sorry, I bumped my camera. As well as my favorite, and that's the black multicam. If you don't know what these are, these blankets were created for special forces. They needed something lightweight, thin, warm, and packable. They trap in your body heat. They work even when wet. They're phenomenal. They can be used as shelters. They can be used as dividers in tents. They can be used as sleeping bags. Great stuff. They will sell out. Links are down below. Thanks to TriStar Trading for sponsoring this channel. Now let me tell you about something that happened today that's actually historic. The UFA, the Undetectable Firearms Act, which I've told you about a couple videos here on this channel, it's expiring as well on the 8th of March. And that is something that has been historically re-upped for 10 years every time it comes up for renewal, every decade. And Congress, because they're sneaky SOBs, they do it by unanimous consent voice vote, which means it's not recorded. So you don't know how your representatives voted in favor of banning plastic guns, which is what the UFA is, and it's totally useless. It's a bill that is not needed because, I mean, it means it requires certain amount of metal to be detected by an X-ray. It's just a stupid bill based off of panic from when Glock became popular. But something happened today, thanks to Gun Owners of America, and I want you to know about it. And it's 74 members of Congress put their pen to paper and they wrote a letter to the Speaker of the House about the UFA. And yeah, there's 435 members in the House, and only 74 of them did this. So that tells you just how many want to operate under the shadows to be part of the swamp. But here's the letter I want you to know about, and then it's on us to put pressure on our representatives. The letter says, "Dear Speaker Johnson, as we head into the 2024 election year, the Republican Conference will have numerous opportunities to prove to the American people why our party should be entrusted with continued control of the House of Representatives. One of the first opportunities to demonstrate a Republican commitment to America will be to emphatically reject any permanent reauthorization or expansion of the Undetectable Firearms Act. The Undetectable Firearms Act is an anachronistic piece of legislation that, when signed into law in 1988, prohibited previously non-existent firearms. This archaic law requires that firearms must be capable of being detected by a metal detector calibrated to detect 3.7 ounces of stainless steel. 35 years later, technology has thankfully rendered this requirement moot. From your local airport to the Smithsonian Institute, body scanners and X-ray machines are more than capable of detecting objects that do not contain metal. Investments in these effective security measures, not ineffective gun control, stand to provide a significantly higher return on public safety for the American people. A recent redefinition by the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives further raises the stakes for reauthorizing this unnecessary piece of legislation. An ATF rule originally proposed to redefine the frame or receiver of a firearm such that each gun could have a dozen or more regulatable parts under the Undetectable Firearms Act. Implementation of such a definition could have resulted in the largest gun ban in history. Anyone whose gun had even one small plastic major component could be charged with owning an undetectable firearm, all because that gun failed to meet archaic security standards from 1988 that were never intended to apply to so many gun parts. The Biden administration has already demonstrated its ability to weaponize the Undetectable Firearms Act into a widespread plastic gun ban. Congress must not permanently reauthorize this law, especially while ATF's final definition of frame or receiver is still being considered in the courts. As the House continues delivering a conservative governing agenda, we encourage you to oppose any permanent reauthorization or expansion of the Undetectable Firearms Act. We look forward to working together under your leadership to secure a victory for the Second Amendment. And if you need to, I will talk slowly here as you pause to see who signed this and if your Congress member is there. All right, seriously, there's only 74, should be 435. How do we get more people to sign on to this and to back this? By putting pressure on them. When they feel the heat, they see the light. Guys and gals, I've told you in many videos that 2024 is different. We are taking control of our country away from the clowns in DC, and it's all about solidarity on our part. Let's work together. Let's contact these clowns. Let's get them on the side of not only us, but the country. And if they don't, let's hold them directly responsible. Guys and gals, I just wanted to put this out there so that you're aware of what's going on. This has never been done. This is putting pressure on Mike Johnson to actually put this to a vote, which hasn't been done before. An actual roll call vote so people will record their names. Should this go to a roll call vote, maybe some Congress members would be hesitant to vote yes because it'll cost them their jobs. Yup. Take the country back. Guys and gals, I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. If you think you can do better than any of these ass clowns in Congress in the swamp, then run. Consider running for office. A lot of us are considering running for office now. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Subscribe to the channel if you want to stay in the know, whether it's legislation or litigation or even interpersonal memorandum like this. I will keep you up to date every single day here on Guns and Gadgets. All you got to do is like the video, takes a second. Share the video, takes 5 seconds. Subscribe to the channel, takes a second. And hit the bell icon, turn it on to all notifications, maybe 2 seconds. And literally in about 10 seconds, you can not only help the channel, but stay in the know. And don't forget, you are your own first responder. That's why we carry guns, because it's our right, not only to keep ourselves safe, our friends and family safe, but our communities from a tyrannical government or violent criminals, which this tyrannical government seems to want to keep doing what they're doing. When evil faces you eye to eye in a split second, only you can take action to save your life, not some cop that's 2.5 miles away. Guys and gals, I'll see you on the next one. Take care.